Hello everybody and welcome back to Useful Plays, Oxygen Not Included. So I'll be interested to see if our theory is true. That we want this thing to basically just constantly pump around and around and around and around and new printables are available. Yeah, go for it. It'll be interesting to see. Because the reason I think we want to do this is at the moment the thermal aquatuner only pumps when we run the metal refinery. But if we allow at least some of the water when the refinery is full, like it seems to be right now, if we allow it to keep pumping, then this thing will keep working and will heat this water up and eventually turn it into steam. Then it hits like a convergence point where it turns the water into steam, the steam becomes power, and suddenly this thing is powered by the steam generators. So it will be interesting to see if that's true. Yeah, see, it's going constantly. So in theory, this should heat the area up pretty freaking constantly. It's going to drain a lot of power in doing so, but what do you mean cold damage? Really? Okay. Deconstruct this at a 9, I guess. I don't really understand where the cold damage is coming from, though. What's cold? Explain to me what is cold. This pipe needs to be repaired. Is it because... Oh, it's the insulated pipes. We want the thermally reactive pipes here, probably. Because remember, this stuff is really going to cool this water down. We don't want it to freeze. Actually, do you know what? Cancel that. We want... probably... radiant liquid pipes through there. I think the idea being that the second the water comes out, it's cool, but the pipes heat or vent the coolness. Wait, do they want that? I think it is. I think that's what we want to do. I think the real thing we want is some type of actual coolant, but I don't know how we make that. If it's even something we can do. Let me have a look through here. Where would it be? Elements, liquids, carbon, chlorine, crude oil. Do you have a coolant? Phosphorus, petroleum. Supercoolant. Supercoolant is an industrial grade coolant that utilizes the unusual energy state of fullerene. What's that? Fullerene is a form of carbon consisting of spherical molecules. Resource type rare. Extremely high melting point. Carbon. How do you think we make this thing? To become become super coolant. Seven degrees, 7 degrees. So my hope is that this will nope. My hope is that this will naturally heat all of this up. The water is at 39 degrees right now. So we'll see if this changes. It seems a little weird to have basically just changed that to radiant pipes. So it comes back at roughly the same temperature. I don't know if this is going to actively heat or cool the liquid. I hadn't even considered. We'll find out, I suppose. We'll find out together. Although what we maybe want to do is, where's somewhere that's warm? Well, I mean, basically everywhere around here. Is this heating up at all? I don't know. Well, at any rate, this thing kind of seems to be working. Maybe. We'll see. We'll see what happens. This thing should be outputting like a crazy amount of temperature. Right? Yeah, it generates a huge amount of heat. Nope, where's temperature? I mean, the water feels like it's maybe... Oh, we're out of power. Felt like it was maybe working for a bit there. Okay, it was working a lot more smoothly than that. Now it just kind of isn't. Okay. So let's figure this out. What needs to be cooled? Somewhere should surely need to be cooled, right? I don't know. I wonder if this isn't working because we've basically just said, like, the second this water comes out, just vent the excess heat into the atmosphere. I don't know, the water feels like it might be heating up a little bit, kind of. What's overheating? Oh, that thing. Deconstruct this building. That needs to be made out of steel. These guys don't have any crops in them. Okay. Copy those settings. Put them down here. Please make that work. Power's a little bit of an issue. When do you come back on? 19 days. Slowly but surely they'll sweep all of this stuff. Oh, eventually, one day maybe. We can get all the chlorine pumped out of there. I wonder if we have made an error in setting this up. Also, I have no idea what I said I would Google between the episodes. I remember I said I would Google something. Don't remember what it was. Do you guys remember what it was? So I definitely said something. Oh, okay. I definitely said I'd Google something. I don't know. Let's see. The water feels like it might be heating up ever so slowly. Agonizing to watch. But we do want this area heated up. I feel like this should be running a little more smoothly than it is, though. Yeah. Did you know, let's try not radiant heat pipes, just regular heat pipes. And let's also try deconstructing that. And then just make this stuff regular tile. Okay, we'll see if that works. That way we'll let some of the natural warmth from this area in, of which there's quite a lot. And then we can maybe use that heat to heat the water so that it's warmer going in here. So it doesn't cool down, maybe? We don't really have anything that just produces an exceeding amount of heat. And that may be why we need the thing going, this thing going. So, let's see. Okay, it's starting to get cold. Yeah, the water's getting very, very cold. Okay, so that doesn't work. There's got to be a way to fix that. Let's just disable this thing for now. Ugh. Do you know what we should maybe... Do you know what might be the right thing to do instead is to make these things radiant heat pipes. And do something like this. Okay. Trust me on this. Let me do that. And then, yeah. Radiant heat pipes. Okay. The idea being that if it's pulling water through, this should mean that the output is never really blocked. Right? Also, make 15 of those, please, if you ever get the opportunity. So my thinking here is, with the radiant heat pipes, the heat should disperse through here and the water should be very warm by the time it comes back. Okay? At least that's my theory. And then we should maybe... You see this thing? Thermoregulator? We should maybe dump the thermoregulator heat out here to specifically heat this area. That might be the way to do it. Again, cannot confirm whether it is the right way to do it. Feels like it might be the right way to do it though. So if I were to describe to you the process by which we're doing this here, it would be radiant heat pipes to exchange heat with the surrounding environment. Okay, the water comes out cool, warms up in the pipe, cools the area outside the pipe down, right? But we want to make sure that this area stays kind of warm so that there's always heat here. So this thing that we have pumping hydrogen through here, what if instead we built the thermoregulator next to it, maybe? Like if we... did something like that, and then we could like crack a hole, say here, or maybe just this whole thing. Then dig this area out, and then we'd put the thermoregulator here, have it be naturally cooling this water. Except we do want a thermo thing in here. Automation. Thermosensor. And we want it. Let me check the temperatures in here. Okay, let's just put a thermosensor in here. Plug it into that. I'm gonna unlock this door for now. Okay, we've got plans. Yeah, if somebody could disable that for now. Because this just isn't working. But that's okay. We're going to make it work. Trust me. No, don't sweep that. I believe in us. Starvation? No, don't believe it. Give me something nice. I'll take some shine nymphs. Why not? Power, still an issue. Turns out, still a pretty hefty issue. Okay. And I get it. It's going to be a big issue. We've got a lot of stuff relying on a fairly large amount of power. I'd like to figure out how to make supercoolant. But that's a long way off. One day they'll sweep all of this. Also, hold up. So you should be deconstructed. You? What do you sweep? Polluted water and regular water. Yeah, that sounds about right. Ah, you. I need you to sweep just salt water. We don't have anywhere for brine to go just yet. By the way, do me a flavour and 9 all of this. Thank you very much. And this one, please, guys. Okay. We'll put a floor in there. Because these things, they clearly do put out a decent amount of heat. This one doesn't seem to. But these two. These two bad boys are just churning out heat. kind of crazy. Oh, it's cooling down a little bit now. That's good. Yeah. Okay. Oop, so let's see. That door's open. They're priority 9s. Does the thermosensor require power? No, I don't think it does. Okay, good to know. Are we out of we out of copper? We are out of copper. Okay. Heavy water. No, liquid pipe. Repair that. Then we're going to want a thermoregulator, and we'll chuck it down here. It's either that or we build a freaking liquid teppidizer in here, which again, I don't think we really need. Okay, enable that building. Also, put a switch on that so that I can turn it off or when I need to. Cool, so I've got a thermoregulator. How much power do you use? I don't think it's that much. Oh, I'm looking for this. 240. That's perfect. We can probably just plug that in with everything else. Right, heavy wire into it. Then, of course, pardon me. Then, of course, we need to pull this down into here, made out of insulated gas pipes. Slow heating ones, probably. Let me make them ones, even though I know that every time I make them ones, somebody just kind of does it anyway. So like down. And input? Ooh, no, we do not want that, do we? Oh, stop this. Like that. Cancel those. And then the same thing, but actually, let me cancel all of that. Do that, and then do... Nope, that's radiant. Okay, let me try that again. We will get there in the end. Trust me. Okay, then we do something like that. And we probably chuck like a ladder down here. And like a ladder up there. Yeah. Should be good, maybe. I mean, it works for a little bit. It works. Nobody can ever say that it doesn't. You suffocating? Wow, okay, almost died. Obsidian, bleach stone, sweep that, priority 9. Do you know what it probably was? Is they run out of oxygen and they drop stuff. Ooh, okay. Hmm? Okay, if you're below, send green signal. If above, 20 degrees. 20 degrees. Okay. Power, let me guess. Issue? Yeah. Why wouldn't it be? What we really need is another one of these freaking hydrogen vents. It's the biggest gap in our production right now. Look how freaking cold this area is. Insane how cold this is. Okay, what we might have to do is make another change. You hate to see it. I think we need to move this metal refinery over, so it's closer to where this thermoregulator will be. Took a bit of cold damage. Where was all that extra water come from? Oh, it was in the machine probably. Okay, I would love to make supercoolant. I'll Google that between the episodes. What was the other thing I was thinking about? Can you guys remember? I was thinking about something. And do you know what else we're going to do? I'm going to have them build this. Between the episodes as well. There's something back there. I want them to build this as well. Well, I said between the episodes. I just want them to start it now. Start digging that. As a construction project that they are allowed to do. Okay, how's this going? Gas-wise, lots of chlorine. I get it. Okay, and down here. What's the water temperature at? 39 degrees, so it's going up. Which is really good. Do you know, hold up, let me think about this. Standard liquid pipes, right? Up to here and here and here and here and here and here. Then I think we want the radiant pipes to do this and to deconstruct that. Out of 9. Nope. Let me just pull the pipe thing up again and priority and 9. Ah, that's why nobody's doing any of this, because it's all 1s. I forgot. I made 1 my default priority. Hey everybody, please do this. I even want them to do the pipes. Also, please be a 9 again. Okay. So, yep, you deconstruct that. And then we standard liquid pipe. Thing like that. But then these ones are radiant around the thing. Right, sounds good. Cool. Please also sweep out of 9. Anything in here that needs to be swept. It is good though because we're making material as we do this. It's huge. I love it. One day we'll get this working. I know I say that about literally everything we build, but in this case, it's true. Give me some seeds. Who's starving? Yeah, I don't believe it for a second. Not having that. Let me guess. Power? Yep, still a huge issue. What I'm going to do, I'm going to switch that off for now. Because we have a decent amount of water. We can also probably relock that door. This guy's going as well. Ah, they built this off. We no longer need that on. I also want to do that. Deconstruct that. And build another switch. I'm loving these switches, by the way. So the idea here is that we can then just turn our entire factory off when we need to. Sweep anything that's down here. Anything that's down there. I realise that being able to actually sweep things up. Oh, the water's 40 degrees now. It's going up. This is good. This is good news. Now, there is limited coolant running through here. Love to have super coolant. But, you know, maybe one day. No power, so we have no food. But the food that we do have is in fridges that aren't on. So, don't worry about it, I guess. How goes the power? Yeah, it's not great. Let me think. We have kind of infinite water, right? So we could convert some water into oxygen and hydrogen and then use that hydrogen to power the hydrogen generators. And the reason I said we have infinite water is we have all this salt water. And all of this salt water is provided by this thing, which erupts literally half of the time it exists. Half the time it's off, and just over half of the time it's on. Which seems pretty cool, if I'm being honest. This thing comes back on in 3.4 days. This whole area will fill up with salt water. We can pump it away. So honestly, it might be worth building some of those hydrogen things. Right? Like if up here we built an electrolyzer. Converts water into hydrogen and oxygen, and then the only thing that comes out of here will be hydrogen and oxygen. The oxygen, this might be actually like smart big brain moves. The oxygen will be pumped down here, and we can use that to fill up the exosuit dock. Although I would say we don't actually need this exosuit area filled up, because all of the heat should in theory be contained in here. Why is there gas up here now? I hate this. Okay. We will sort that out in the future. What's broken here? The liquid pipe? Liquid pipe? Receive damage from pipe contents becoming too hot. Really? Pipe contents were too hot. I guess it... Oh. I guess the water vaporized? I suppose is why you need that super coolant. Anyway, I'll give you one more cycle and then I'll Google what the hell super coolant is and how we get it. And then I will attempt to get there. Trust me. If we can have this whole thing powered by super coolant. Gotta ask, by the way, why nobody's building anything down here. How many yellow alerts so you actually do it? Yeah, so you can't avoid it when it's a yellow alert, you idiots. And 9 that as well. And like mop all the water. I don't know where all this water is coming from. Somebody dig that as well. Okay, see, it's getting done now. All you got to do is tell them, hey, do this like it's an emergency. And they go, oh, I'm sorry, I didn't realise it was an emergency. And you go, I know, it's cool, it's fine. Don't need to worry about it. By the way, this bad boy, off. Alright. We can re-enable that building. Hopefully. Oh, we have huge amounts of power. Because we have natural gas for days coming from down here. That's humongous. Is in turn pumping carbon out here for days, which is also pretty humongous. There's so much polluted oxygen in here, and I don't know why. Something in here that needs to be swept, that's probably why. Okay. Huge. Yeah. See, this is perfect. It is a little warm down here. I'm not going to deny it. We know it's a little warm. We're trying to fix that. They have a repair errand on that. Okay. You can't get in here. Fair enough. What if you dug that out? Or at least dug those out? And what if you did that? Add a yellow alert, dude. Come on. But they will finish that next episode. Thank you everybody so much for watching. Well, he might actually come down and finish it now. Hope you enjoyed. We're getting there. I know you might be like, where is there and how quickly are we getting to it? There's stuff in here that needs to be swept. I hate that. Cancel those. But we're on our way. Okay, just trust me. I'm having fun. I hope you're having fun. So, hit the like button. Really helps me out. Really appreciate it and it helps the channel out. Subscribe to the channel for more content past and future. Check out Twitter and Discord in the description down below. And I promise we will get this working. Well, I promise we will try. I can't promise much more than that. I'll see you all in the next one, okay? See ya.